Jose Carey from Vice Outdoors, and today we're doing another outdoors fly tying video. Today's pattern is going to be the Rainbow Warrior. We're going to tie it on a jig hook. This is one of those essentials patterns that I've been using. It does a great job of being kind of a generic searching attractor pattern. It's a very good bug to use when there's a lot of emergence happening. It really mimics that gas bubble really well. It's also got a tungsten bead, so it gets down really efficiently. So we're gonna learn how to tie it together here today.
Yeah.
All right, so we're starting with a size 16 jig hook and a 3mm silver bead. Now, everything can be substituted. You can size it up or size it down. This just happens to be my favorite combination. We're using some red thread, and I'm gonna start by just building that thread dam behind that bead, and you wanna do it enough so that bead is no longer moving around. It needs to have a nice position, okay? Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're gonna prep our CDL, Coq de Leon. This is one of those feathers. This can be substituted for pheasant tail and a few other things, but the CDL is just a nice kind of stiff feather, and it does really good for tailing material. So I'm gonna tie the tail in first, like so. I kind of like a longer tail on this fly, but you can make it as short or as long as you like. Next, I'm going to tie in wire. I'm going to use silver wire for our ribbing. I'm going to tie that in like so. And the last thing I'm going to put on is Flashabou. You can substitute this for any color. This is the saltwater flash. It's got this really nice kind of pink sheen to it. I'm going to tie that on. Now, I want the front end to be a little bigger, so I'm just going to taper it a little bit and then just put one layer of thread over the rest of the material, so that way it lays nice and flat. Kind of going to finish off this taper here. Okay? Then I'm going to take this Flashabou. I'm going to pull it nice and firm. Nice and firm, and you're going to just wrap it forward all the way to the bead. Once that's on, I'm going to bind it down. Get this wire out of my way. Bind it down with thread, like so. And cut. Now this already gives us this really nice shimmery body. We're going to take this wire, and this wire does two things. It adds a little bit of profile with that rib. It's also going to add a little bit of structure. It'll keep that Flashabou on, doesn't tear. We're going to wrap that forward. You want nice open ribbing. You don't want it to be too tight. We need that Flashabou to shine through. Then we're going to clip the wire off. Now I could actually whip this, and this would catch fish as it is, but we're going to add one more step. I'm using Senyo's Fusion Rainbow, but you can substitute that with the Sow Scud Rainbow dubbing, and it works really well. And we're going to do just a little bit of a dubbing noodle. And less is more with this collar. You don't want to overdo the fly. It needs to just have enough to add that profile. And I'm going to wrap it right behind that bead. Like so. This may be a little heavy collar, but that's fine. It'll work really well. Just like so. I'm going to clip a couple of these longer fibers. And this is where that Sow Scud dubbing has shorter fibers. It'll sit a little tighter. Perfect. And then we're going to finish this fly off with a whip finish. Now I like to double whip finish this fly, so I also get just a small little red hot spot. I think it really sets this fly off. It makes it look pretty nice. Like so. And that right there is going to be our Rainbow Warrior, ready to fish. Remember to get out there, fish this hard. It fishes well all year, and I really like it in the spring and in the fall when we start getting more of those hatches. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to ring the bell, subscribe, so you know when we post more videos. If you want to get in contact with us, you can go to viceoutdoorsllc.com, or you can find us on Facebook. Boise River fly fishing with Vice Outdoors. Leave any questions in the comments below, and tight lines, everyone.